Hello, buddy. Checking into 1000 Pony for Tuesday. Welcome you get back to more Pokemon HeartGold. In the last episode, we defeated Proton and Ariana, the Team Rocket executives, inside the radio tower after getting the card key from the real director. In this episode, though, you're probably wondering what am I doing here in the department store once again? Well, I did some debating and I decided, after a long debation of after beating Whitney the first time and journeying through Goldenrod City, I decided to buy a couple of more TMs. I bought them off camera though, so to save you the effort of what I actually did. I bought the TM for Solar Beam and Focus Blast. Why did I decide to do this now? Well, mainly because even if I could have bought these TMs earlier on, I would have thought they're too powerful of a move to use very early in the game. So I thought, why not wait till I get them now? I wanted to get Focus Blast for Gengar, because we can't just go around the entire region with just having one attacking move forever. So I'm going to get rid of Mean Look, because I've never actually bothered to use that move. Then again, thinking more about it, we got the legendary dogs of Raikou and Entei. We could just use Mean Look on them, because the whole gist about Raikou and Entei, in case you were wondering, what they do is you encounter them and immediately on turn 1 they decide to run away. That's what they do all the time. And the TM for Solar Beam, I'm going to teach that to Fugo. We'll get rid of Flame Wheel for it. Main reasoning of why you should teach Solar Beam to the majority of Fire-type Pokemon is because they will actually cover your Pokemon's weaknesses. And at long last, I'm actually decided on who to give these vitamins to. I'm going to give a HP up to Dragonair. Carbos can obviously go to Gengar. And the Protean can go to Ferdinand. Obviously, we'll redirect some moves here. There we go. And now, probably should have taken the elevator. Yeah, that'd probably be a better idea. Yeah, we're going to be going through that elevator that Ariana was actually guarding at the end of the last episode. So we'll just take some time to get over there real quick. And it's like half the time you want to try and think of something to talk about, and then you spend the majority of the time thinking rather than speaking, that you just end up losing the entire thing entirely. And it's like, what was I talking about earlier on? And you just lost the plot entirely, literally entirely. Right then, so going back to where we were, obviously the reasoning of why I wanted to teach Solar Beam to Typhlosion is because, being a plain fire type with Typhlosion, he has 3 weaknesses, being water, rock and ground. Solar Beam is a 120 power, 100 accurate, special grass type move that is super effective against all 3 of those types that I said Typhlosion is weak to. So here we go, going up to the observation deck, and we'll then see what the whole gist is going on around here. We see that there's one guy stood right here. Do you guys remember him from Let's Go Eevee? Yep, it's Archer, the executive that was talking to Giovanni in their hideout in Celadon's game corner. He's back with a vengeance. Oh, you managed to get this far? You must be quite the trainer. We intend to take our radio. We intend to take over this radio tower and officially announce our comeback. That should bring our boss Giovanni back from his solitary training. We are going to regain our former glory. I would not allow you to interfere with our meticulous plans. I couldn't read the word at first because I got my DS at an angle. So yeah, Executive Archer. He's the one that's been pulling the strings with Team Rocket this entire time. He starts off with Houndour, level 35, Dark Fire type, early bird for the ability, which will allow the Pokemon to wake up much earlier than anticipated if the Pokemon's been put to sleep. With the moves Faint Attack, Fire Fang, Bite, and Roar. Luckily, he does not have Flash Fire, because, yeah, Houndour can actually carry that move. If you're wondering what Flash Fire does, if you hit the Pokemon with a Fire-type move, it will boost the power of that Pokemon's Fire-type moves for the entirety of the battle. Not kidding. Okay, maybe using Dragonair in this fight is not really a good idea. Okay, let's switch out to Starfy. Thank heaven Starfy's not fully evolved because he would have been a psychic type by then. There you go, Houndour is down. And that should be a double level up. One for Dragonair and one for Starfy. Yeah, I know how to call it half the time. His second Pokemon though is Coughing, level 35, Poison type, Levitate for the ability with the moves Sludge, Smokescreen, Tackle, and Haze. Honestly, he would be much more of a threat if this Coughing was a Weezing, because he is at the level where Coughing should evolve into a Weezing. But I guess he just loves Coughing more than he does with Weezing, honestly. That's just my honest opinion. Even though, in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, he actually did have a Weezing on his team that was level 33. I think he was making amends in thinking that, oh, I actually used a Pokemon that was a level that I shouldn't have been able to use him in. I probably should fix that. But then gone to the scenario we're in right now. I couldn't read that fast enough. I do apologize about that. His last Pokemon is Houndoom, level 38, Dark Fire type. Obviously with early bird for the ability. With Faint Attack, Fire Fang, Bite, and Smog. Honestly, that moveset is a little bit questionable because he's got literally 3 of the 4 exact same moves. We got flinched, didn't we? Yeah, he's got 3 of the 4 exact same moves as the level 35 Houndour. Obviously, the only thing that's different is he's got Smog instead of Roar. And I wonder, I just think, why does he have Smog? Okay, this is being a little bit menacing to say the least, because that is the second time in a row I tried to attack with Surf and he got the flinch with Bite. I can honestly say that's total bull. Literally, because I'm using Tauros. But honestly, that was kind of like a joke that was way too predictable. And... oh! Oh, way too late in the battle. But you made a mistake, pal. Critical hit on my Tauros. Maximize my physical attack. Tauros, let's do this. There we go. Yep. Finally, I got a chance to actually show what Anger Point does. And yeah, that's actually the ability that I was long waiting for it to happen. How could this be? Our dreams have come to naught. I was not up to the task after all. Like Giovanni has done before me, I will disband Team Rocket here today. And there we go. Team Rocket is no more. Oh, you have already defeated them? Thank you. Your courageous actions have saved Pokémon nationwide. You are well worth this. Please take it. We obtain the Rainbow Wing. There used to be a tower right here. When the tower was replaced with the radio tower, that Rainbow Wing was found at the top of that tower. I heard from a friend from Chinewood City that you can climb the bell tower in Ecrotech City when you have a Rainbow Wing. I have to get back to the office. See you. Oh, I almost forgot. According to my friend from Chinewood City, the legendary Pokemon will not appear if you just go up to the top of the bell tower with only that Rainbow Wing. Apparently there is something else you need. Or something like that. I wonder what it is. I can't remember. Are you expecting something? This is what they call fake out. I really must go back to my office this time. See you. Yeah. Oh dear. And we got another package waiting for us. Please don't be more berries, because I can't be bothered to pick up berries anymore. I'm serious, I really don't want it to be berries anymore. Oh dear. Yeah, a lot to think about on this scenario, because obviously what he was saying there with the whole Rainbow Wing business, I was like trying to, yeah, honestly I was trying to think of what to actually say here. Actually you can do the lottery again. With the Rainbow Wing, he's actually not kidding about what he says. It will make a legendary Pokemon appear, but as long as you have another certain item that we're not actually able to obtain just yet. But another thing to note is if you beat Team Rocket's Executive Archer in Soul Silver, the item that he would give you would not be the Rainbow Wing, but instead it will be known as the Silver Wing. And yeah, I can't really go into too much detail about that in all honesty. But yeah, we've beaten the Team Rocket Executive. I'm going to heal up my Pokemon real quick, and I'm going to take out my Pidgey, so I can fly back to Mahogany Town, because it's actually where you need to go back to once you've done this. But there is actually another main reason besides going there for story plot that I'm wanting to go back there for. There is actually something I actually forgot. Actually, no. Not forgot, just generally didn't know. Once you've beaten Team Rocket in Mahogany Town, I believe, if not, then it's beating Team Rocket in the radio tower. Either one of the... Oh, okay. It's not a berry this time. It's a choice scarf. Okay. Going back to what I was saying. I'm not too sure if you have to either beat Team Rocket in Mahogany Town or beat them in the Goldenrod's radio tower, but there's actually somewhere I actually wanted to do that I just a second realized earlier on today. I'm going to put Pidgey back in the PC, and we'll then be able to do what I'm wanting to do. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go back up to the Lake of Rage, but we're not going to go fully up to the Lake of Rage. Once you actually defeated Team Rocket, because obviously remember, every time you entered this building when Team Rocket was about, they would have paid you 1,000 Pokédollars every single time you entered this building. Once you defeated them and go back in, this guy will be here. I got chased from my post by these Team Rocket thugs. Then they just disappeared. Someone apparently destroyed their hideout. One more thing. I found this under the counter. It makes me uncomfortable. Could I give it to you? Yep. We obtained TM36. It contains Sludge Bomb. It not only damages the target, but it also has a chance of poisoning it. Does it make you feel uncomfortable? No, it does not, because Sludge Bomb is an excellent move. I am not kidding. It is literally 90 power, 100 accuracy, a special poison type move, and even better, for Gengar. I've been waiting for this move for some time, and I realized the only way to teach Gengar Sludge Bomb is by TM. You can't teach him by leveling up, because he can't learn any poison type moves by leveling up. Like, at all. So we're going to get rid of Confuse Ray, really, because I think Hypnosis is going to be much more handy than Confuse Ray, honestly. But yeah, when I actually say about the whole forget business, or generally just did not know, I am actually serious. I never ever knew that the TM for Sludge Bomb was to be found inside that building. I'm serious. I was always one of those guys that was like, play a Pokemon game, do the story plot, defeat the bad guys, they say they're going to go somewhere, and immediately chase after them. That is exactly what I do all the time. But here, in Route 44, we're going to be calling it an end for this episode, but before I do that, I'm going to go over a new encounter that you can get on Route 44 that you could very early get in the Safari Zone, which is Lickitung. Lickitung does have an evolution in Generation 4, but that is for the Sinnoh game of the Pokemon franchise. This Pokemon is going to be really goofy. I mean, who'd ever want to use this Pokemon so late in the game? Even though, well, to be honest, if it's HeartGold and Soul Silver, it wouldn't really be too much of a problem, really. But if it's Generation 2 I'm on about, who would use this Pokemon in Generation 2 this late in the game? You can tell he's been asking for sweets like lollipops for days because of the fact that he just can't keep his tongue in. It hardly learns good moves, it's not good stats, does have own temper for the ability which prevents the Pokemon from being confused, but that's the only thing it's good for, in all honesty. And the reason why I say that's the only thing it's good for is because the majority of the time, if you were battling the Team Rocket Grunts and they used Golbats with Confuse Ray, that Lickitung would be helpful then. If you did not know that Lickitung could be found in the Safari Zone, and this was the one and only place you could find them, then you would be in a bit of a stalemate with this Pokemon and just be like, I do not want to use this Pokemon because in the generation of Generation 2, he does not evolve, he doesn't learn really good moves, his stats are terrible, it's just a waste of time. And I would totally agree with anybody else who would say the exact same thing as me if they were going on about Gen 2. Even though the very first game I ever played was Generation 4, because I never owned a Generation 1 game until the Virtual Console release of Pokemon Red, Blue, Green, and Yellow. I'd never owned a Generation 2 game for the exact same purpose before they released the Virtual Console of Gold, Silver, and Crystal. And I've never owned Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Yet I do have a Pokemon Emerald game, but the game was originally my friend's that he had to get rid of because of his family's religion, thinking that Pokemon goes against their religion. Which, I'm not questioning anything, it's just what they believe, and we just have to accept that. Okay? So, yeah, anyway, that calls it for this episode. Next time on Pokemon HeartGold, we're going to be exploring Route 44 en route to proceed through the journey of our Pokemon adventure. See you guys then.